Bible. You can go to Job 21:7. And I also talked about myself. Sometimes I think like, wow, what's going on, I see all those people, they do the worst things, and they just get more and more. What is going on? And then, of course, you remember yourself like, I am wrong, because God knows why. Job 21:7. It says here, wherefore, this is Job. Job had the same question. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, are mighty in power? Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of God upon them, meaning they don't get chastisement. Their bull gendereth, and faileth not. Their cow calveth, and casteth not her calf. They send forth their little ones like a flock, and their children dance. They take the timbrel and harp, and rejoice at the sound of the organ. They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave. Therefore they say unto God, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. What is the Almighty, that we should serve him? Listen good now, it says here, and what profit should we have if we pay unto him? What profit? The wicked people only think in profit. What can it profit me? If I give this gift to my son, what can it profit me? If I if I donate this thing to this company, what does it profit me? That's why they need the name. Okay, I spent this money, but at least my name is getting glorification every day when people pass by. This is how the wicked think. They say, what does it profit me? Why should we serve God? What does it profit me? And that's why salvation doesn't come with a guarantee of an easy life. Jesus Christ doesn't equal an easy life. We see this thing happening. It says here, they spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave. And this is the attitude. Many people still think that after this, it's nothing. When you die, it's just black. It's just black. I remember maybe 20 years ago, I worked in the call center in the Netherlands. And call center is just, you pick up phones, you help people online, they have technical difficulties with the computer, and you just help them online through the phone. It was a nice job. And I talked with a colleague next to me. It was a great friend. And we talked a lot, and I always believed in God. I didn't accept Jesus. I didn't know that Jesus was the way, but since I was small, I believed there was a God. I always talked about God, 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 because I prayed also. But still I was wrong. That didn't justify me at all. But I found the truth. So I was talking to this guy, and he said, I don't believe in God. I said, then why? Why don't you believe in God? I said, did you never think about this? Did you never question, like, is there something? Yeah, once, he said. When I was a child, I thought maybe there's a God. I said, what did you do? He said, he prayed to God when he was a child. He said, okay, God, if you are real, then tonight we're going to eat vegetables and beef. He asked this to God. And I said, what happened? He said, yes, that night we ate vegetables and beef. I said, that's your sign. I said, what did you do? I thought, nah, it's all a coincidence, And he passed it away. God knew that this child had a question. He get his answer, and he had a decision. That's why God cannot force you. And he chose to say, it's all a coincidence. No, it's not a coincidence. God showed you, yes, I am a God. And from there on, he could maybe go further. But he chose it's a coincidence. And I said, what do you think that is next if you die? He said, after you die, you are just worm food. Life is just a big joke, he said. You're worm food. When you die, everything is black, and the worms eat you up. I mean, that's very disrespectful. Look at how this life is. Even if you don't believe in a God. You see, this is so amazing just for what? For nothing? This is a big joke, come on. But it's a decision. Because if he had to accept God, then he would accept more, and he just wanted a simple, plain life. I don't know how he's now. I hope he accepted God, but you see how people, they get their proofs from God, and you have a decision to accept it or not. But the wicked have this attitude, like we can do whatever, and then we can go to the grave. You can go to Isaiah 22:13. It's a really shame, and even many Christians. I had a friend, he claimed to be a Christian, and even he believed that when you die, it's black. I was like, how do you call yourself a Christian? The Bible is clear about a heaven and a hell. So it's a shame. Isaiah 22:13. And behold, this is the attitude of the wicked. And behold, joy and gladness, slaying oxen and killing sheep, eating flesh and drinking wine. Let us eat and drink, for tomorrow we shall die. That's the attitude. Let us just enjoy as much as we can in this life, because tomorrow we will die. And that's it. And I know this is the happening. Party as much, you hear young people say, hey, you only live once. There was this slogan in Holland. I hate this word. I don't know why, but when it came out many years ago, I hated this word so much. Just like the word selfie, selfie, I hate that word. I don't know why. And this word, I hate it too. It's called Y.O.L.O. There was this big thing in Holland. Everyone said Y.O.L.O, Y.O.L.O. What does it mean? Y-O-L-O means you only live once. That was the attitude. That sentence was everywhere. Then people were bungee jumping and partying, and they said on their Facebook page, Y.O.L.O. So everybody knows you only live once. And I even hated to say it now, but I have to give this explanation. You only live once. Yeah, that's true. You only live once. And then I said, on Facebook, I saw this quote, Y.O.L.O. Yes, and after that comes the judgment. Because now, and that's the part you forget. You cannot just live however you want and then expect to everything be black and go. That would be an unrightful God. If that really was so people, the wicked people can kill, can murder, and just die without consequences, that's not fair. You have to explain yourself. So this word, delete it out of your head.